Your screen earlier was showing up like few moments before you projected it, right?
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, now it is up.
Now it is
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it is showing up.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe you can click the hide so that
Hide. Okay.
you're right. Yeah, okay. So, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today in Thoughtful Thursday's 28th session. Success on outside doesn't always mean calm on the inside. In this Thoughtful Thursdays session, we explore silent forces behind leadership exhaustion, the kind that often goes unnoticed unless clarity, energy, and joy start fading. Today, we have speaker Pallavi, who is a leadership and emotional resilience coach and founder of Phoenix Pallavi. And today, she is going to guide us on the hidden emotional patterns that drive leadership stress and why high performing leaders feel exhausted even when they succeed. So, drawing from her deep work, emotional intelligence, and leadership stress, Pallavi will unpack for us silent burnout and why high performers often miss the signs, decision fatigue and its hidden cost on leadership effectiveness, how early emotional conditioning shapes leadership behavior, and practical stress regulation tools that leaders can apply immediately to improve clarity, resilience, and performance. So, without much further ado, I will hand it over to Pallavi. Thank you very much, Pallavi, for being a speaker today with us, and over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Varundin. Good evening, everyone. It's so good to be here. Thank you so much for having me here and giving your valuable time. So, today's topic is something we don't discuss as much. It's the hidden emotional patterns that drive leadership stress. We don't talk about the emotional patterns, why we are dealing with stress and why we are dealing with burnout. It's just we think that through podcast, through listening to some videos, through doing meditation and journaling, we'll be out of this. So before we go deep into this, let us let me talk about me a bit. So I'm an ex banker with 15 years of banking experience. So I dealt with chronic stress firsthand. I dealt with pressure, I dealt with deadlines, and that impacted my health. So I was doing everything from the outside. It looked very from the outside it was a very stable job, very secure job. I was performing well, but inside I was crumbling with stress, anxiety, panic attacks. So I realized that it needs inner work, it needs deeper work, so that I can get over these things, these problems. And hence Phoenix Pallavi started my brand. And today I work as a trauma informed emotional healer, life coach, and a tarot reader. I support these professionals, individuals in understanding their hidden emotional patterns, and I understand their whys, why they are behaving like this, what is happening in their life, what is the root cause, and how to create work life balance and reset their mindset. So that is what I am doing. So I would like to ask all of you, are you also struggling with something? Are you also dealing with something? Are you also uh, uh, you know feeling disconnected from your home and doing really well at your career, doing really well and flourishing in your career, but there isn't any soul satisfaction?
You can type in, or maybe you can unmute yourself and let us know. I think, Pallavi, while if anybody agrees or disagree at the moment, but I think somewhere inside everybody has got, because in today's situation and scenario, there are a lot of things that introduce stress and where people are not able to manage because they somehow are not focusing on that, something else gets prioritized over their own self.
Yes, yes, yes. It is like we are dealing with some kind of priority every day. Our to-do list changes with every day, and something comes up which takes our all attention, and we forget to look after ourselves. I am quite sure that many of us are just looking into the mirror to comb our hair, or just for females just apply something and that's it. We don't actually look ourselves into the mirror, and because we don't have time for that, and we just go ahead into doing something else, something which is more important for us. Okay, let's move ahead. So, what I have realized, the reality of corporate life is, good evening, good evening to all. So, is high performance and hidden exhaustion. So, what we do, we overthink every situation. Even after our work is over, our work time is over, we are overthinking about what one of my colleagues said, or one of my bosses said. How was his reaction, his body language? Did I perform well? Did something wrong? And we continue to take responsibility even after work. Our mind is always on high alert, and we are carrying this pressure silently always, like we are available 24 by 7. So nothing wrong in loving your work, loving your organization, but there has to be a balance which is missing nowadays. It's like you are outside with your family having a nice dinner, and suddenly you get a call from your office, from your workplace. You leave everything and attend to that call because you feel responsible for that work. You feel that you need this, and you have to handle it somehow. So there is nothing wrong in that. It's just we have to understand that why are we behaving like this, or why are we always in constant pressure to perform. What is the reason of this asking for validation from our higher ups, and why is it needed to be available on Saturdays and Sundays, for people who have weekend offs, or to be available all the time, and not work according to my own wishes. We need to understand that. Okay, now I would really like to understand from you all, how many of you feel this you cannot switch off, you cannot leave your meetings, you cannot even after your work is over, you cannot be at home.
Maybe you can type
Really,
in
can you
a
not
stick.
switch on the cameras, everyone? I would really like to see all of you. No, Varun. No.
Hi, Pallavi.
Yeah.
This is Harshad.
Hi, Harshad.
Uh, yes, you rightly said that. Like, no, I feel and I just seen many of time. Like, we are spending with the time with the family, and we are getting some good time over there, and we got a even call or even a message, right, from the office
Hmm.
sometimes. So we get upset, or our mind get diverted over there at that time. So what would be the happen, what I have to do,
Mhm.
I'm the
Yeah.
responsible for that, but
Yeah.
even I'm not
Yeah.
be responsible for that. So
Yeah.
yes, that's really true.
Yeah, I guess if I may say that at least 80% of the people are doing that. Even my own, in my vicinity, people, yeah. Second, stress is a silent actor. Very well said. That is true. It's like all we have to be on our toes always, and we feel that we are responsible for everything happening. So if I can share my own experience, my own personal story, I used to love my bank. So nothing means that. I used to love it so much that I would do anything, for achieving the targets, for doing everything which, even if I'm not supposed to, and going out of the way to, in a bank, we open accounts, we sanction loans. So we used to do everything, and I used to think I was so attached. So one fine day when I fell ill, so I expected, maybe that was wrong, and that to expect so much. I expected that all my higher ups will understand, and they will all be okay. You are not doing okay, so you can rest, and you can take leave, and it is all right, and all that I expected. So I learned it the hard way that you cannot um, just love your organization. You cannot be that person. You have to succeed, you have to give your best, you have to give your 200% into everything, but you cannot be that person who is going out of the way always to perform your duties, and expect that they will treat you as your own family member. So maybe everybody will not will not be okay with this, but yeah, that is what I felt. That is my story. Okay, moving on. So what I understood, the real problem, it's not workload. We are always okay for any kind of workload. We are always okay to work hard. We are always okay to, do all the things which we are supposed to. The problem is the internal load, our own inner voice, which is very, very critical. Our mental noise, our the pressure we create inside. We are the ones who are creating this constant alert mode. We are the one who is always overthinking. Our higher ups are not telling us to overthink all the time. They are not telling us to be always stressed out or always overthink everything. It is we who are doing it. It is we are doing it through our through our inner voice, because our inner voice is critical. We judge ourselves. We have this fear of judgment, and not only from the outside world, from us as well. So if I go for a presentation, for a board meeting, before anybody else will judge me, I will judge myself. That is what we all are doing. If you're going somewhere, especially I have seen that in females, they'll be the one who will be first judging themselves. How's my hair? How am I looking? How is the dress I am wearing, is it appropriate? How am I communicating? That is all we overthink in our mind, and we create this pressure inside that we have to outperform everyone. We have to be our best in all the meetings, in always. And we are the ones who think that what will people think if I don't deliver up to the mark, if I am not doing my 100%? So that is we who is thinking a lot and criticizing ourselves. It is our own inner voice before anybody else does. Of course, the society is cruel. Of course, everybody judges. But at least we can gift ourselves this, that we are not judging ourselves. At least we are working on ourselves. Okay, now I would like to talk about the common patterns, and I would like you people also to let me know what are the patterns. Number one, I feel, is perfectionism. I am 100% sure many of us must have done this. While writing an email, we recheck it all the time. Is it okay? Is the the language is okay? What I am conveying, is it communicating appropriately? We recheck it, and then we press that send button. because we want to be perfect. We don't want that, whoever we are sending it to is thinking that he or she will think that this mail was not appropriate. Or if I'm making a report, if I'm making a presentation, if I'm saying, we are the ones who do redo everything so that it turns out to be perfect. And not only limited to corporate world, even if you are going to start a business, you will not start until and unless you feel that I have gained every knowledge, I have all the resources, everything is perfect, only then I'll take that risk. So you look for perfection all the time, and the society is not expecting you to be perfect, it is you who is expecting that. We'll get into the reasons, but first let's talk about the patterns. Then you think that you need to control everything, and hence you feel, you get you face this difficulty in delegation. You feel, if I delegate, maybe he or she will make some mistakes. Maybe my whatever I want to communicate, it won't be getting communicated properly. Maybe he or she will make some mistakes, so it is better that I take that control. It is better that I get myself involved in everything and not delegate it. And hence, what is happening? You are taking extra stress, extra burden, burnout is happening because first you overthink, then you try to achieve perfection, and then you try to control everything. And you feel that even every conversation should be in your control. What is happening? That is also there. Then, if I have seen myself that if you are taking 1 or 2 days off, you feel guilty that, okay, I started so many tasks, okay, I was in the middle of something and I fell sick. My colleagues will face problem because of this. There may be something happening in my work. So you feel guilty that you are at home or you are taking rest. Even a small nap or rest sometimes makes you feel guilty that this time I could have given to my office, to my work, to my whatever I was into. And you feel that this rest was not needed, it was extra, you felt bad about it. So I would like to understand what are your thoughts into this before I get deep into this, that why these things are happening. Anybody would like to share anything?
Yeah, again here, Harshad. So yes, Pallavi, you rightly said all the points and all the you said. You rightly said that thing. Whenever we just taking a leave, and if we are going for out for the 1 or 2 days, so we feel little fear into that. Like we are taking two to 3 days leave. Oh no, it's a two. It's in a 3 days leave, and then my work will be hampered, and that would be so that kind of things and comes into in our minds and every time.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. You know,
Good evening, Pallavi.
yeah, good
Uh,
evening.
yeah, I would like to say there is one saying in Tamil. Always the lizard thinks that when it is in the top of the wall in the roof, always it thinks that he is only holding the wall or holding the roof and something. So the same thing as the previous person also told. We always think that we are only holding the responsibilities, and the
True.
lizard doesn't know that the entire building has some basement and all. It thinks, yes, I am only holding the building. Something like that, everyone are thinking.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, thank you so much for sharing this. It reminded me of my own story where I used to think that I am in a position and what I am doing, if I take leave, then what will happen? then how will this bank survive? How will this department, the department I was handling, how will that survive? And I realized that it was going, this bank was going on for 1875. It will go to more 100,000 years. So a person like me won't make that much of a difference. Yes, I am contributing organization's success, to its growth, to its productivity. Definitely I am an useful resource, but that doesn't mean if I am not there, the organization won't survive. So yes, that's very, very true. And that nobody forced that to me. I did that with myself. And that is what I guess we all are doing. We all are doing that.
That is true, ma'am. That
Yeah.
is how you should take it. Like, there is
Yeah.
something called, even if I'm not there in office, there may be someone who can handle it. So
Yes.
there is no need to be always so much stressed, but in the back of the mind, it remains.
Yeah, yeah. And because we face difficulty in delegating also, so we don't want to delegate. We don't want to give that, assignment or whatever you are into. You don't want to give that to your junior or your, colleague. You don't want to do that. You feel that see, there is also a fear that if you're handling your work to your colleague or your junior, he or she can outshine you. You have that fear as well in your mind for some of the people. And also, you want to be that person who is recognized, who is validated. So because you seek validation, and that brings me to our main subject or main topic, to as to understand why these things are happening. Where does this come from? So as an as a person who has dealt with so many or helped so many people, and who has healed her own childhood traumas, I understand that whatever we are doing today, whatever we are, however we are behaving, it has, our roots are there in our childhood. So a person, your performance is linked to your childhood. If you think that you have to perform really well, and if you think that I have to make this perfect, otherwise my senior or higher ups will say something to me, will not like it. That is because in your childhood you faced like, I will give you an example. Just some of the parents, they say that if you score 100% marks, or if you score above 90%, we will give you XYZ, whatever the child is demanding. So see, if the child felt neglected in his or her childhood, and he or she learned that if I perform well, I will get the attention of my parents. If I score good marks, my parents will appreciate me. So if the child felt this neglect trauma or abandonment issues, if the child felt neglected in his or her childhood, that child is turning into an adult who is seeking attention here at his or her workplace, and doing everything perfect to get the attention of the seniors of his or her office, because he wants validation. I'll tell you one of my clients' story. He was a very good very good performer. He used to do really well. He was very intelligent, very knowledgeable, but there was two problems he was facing with. One, not taking credit for his work, because second, he wanted validation not inside closed doors. He wanted validation from his boss, outside in the lobby area. He wanted that when he is praising that guy, everybody else is listening to it. So, and he wanted to, but at the same time he was not able to speak up for his work. All of that because in his childhood, he faced that, number one, whenever he used to share his achievement, small things as a child, you don't understand big or small. For the child, everything is big. So if he didn't get that validation, that appreciation, that love and warmth the child needed from his or her parents, then that child becomes an adult who wants validation, who is who is facing this fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of failure, and thinks that he or she is not good enough the way he is, the way she is. He or she has to do something, gain more knowledge, do more work, make more links, you must have seen a lot of people, I am sure, who goes out of the way into networking with people and making good relation with their bosses. So all that is because if what will happen if the boss will say that no, you are not doing good, or you are an average employee, or your work is not up to the mark, so he or she faces that risk, and that is a negative spiral, or the worst case scenario, which keeps on in his mind, and he overthinks it a lot of times, and that creates chronic stress in his or her mind, which later on results in health issues, health challenges, autoimmune diseases. Panic attack and anxiety attacks are very, very common nowadays. Your skin issues, even we talk about cancer, that is because of chronic stress and your years of suppressing your emotions to fit into the image of this good boy and good girl. As a child, you suppressed your emotions to become this good boy, and even today you are suppressing your emotions to become that good husband, good wife, good worker, good father, good mother. So to fit into this image, you are doing hell lot of things and not taking care of yourself, because your nervous system knows that this is my reality, this is how I should work, this is how this is my comfort zone. So sometimes even living in stress and living a lonely life becomes your comfort zone, and you don't realize that you keep on repeating your patterns. Your faces change. Like one of my clients used to change her company every 3-4 months. The longest was 12 months for her. And the same reason, no ma'am, it was I found a very toxic manager. She was very rude, she used to talk a lot, she used to insult me, and that happened with every company. So is it possible that in every company the boss was toxic? In every company the boss was rude? No, that's not the case. It is you who has unhealed traumas. It is you who has accumulated lots of stress and suppressed emotions, and it is you who is attracting this toxicity into his or her life, and not the other way. Okay, now again, very important topic. If as a child you took responsibility of your younger sibling, or you were a single child, so helping your mother and father as a child is all right. Everybody does that and we should do it. But if you thought that you are, or you were made to feel that you are responsible for everything, if you were made to feel that your younger siblings well-being is your responsibility, so if your younger sibling got hurt, you got scolded. If she is not or he is not studying well, you got scolded. Or you were the single child who dealt with all the things alone, that also creates your today, your behavior today, your actions today. Then again, if you you had to be the strong one. We never become strong by choice. It is the circumstances of our life which makes us strong. Nobody in this world is strong by choice. So if you were told that you are supposed to handle your own battle, or why are you behaving like a crybaby, or why are you making a fuss about small things, or why are you throwing tantrums? So if you were told that you have to become strong, you have, like we have been told so many times that boys don't cry. So I beg to differ here. So crying is not weakness. So that is also an emotion. So why can't boys cry? Why can't men express their emotions? Why can't they also share everything? Even as a child, if he or she didn't see his or her father in a vulnerable state, never saw him expressing his emotions, and always the strict father, then that also creates trauma inside his or her mind. That also makes him feel that when I grow up, I have to become the strong personality who cannot share his emotions, who cannot, speak about what he is feeling, who cannot communicate clearly. And in order to become strong, I have to adjust. In order to become strong, I have to suppress my emotions. In order to become strong, I have to, let go of a lot of things which should not be. You should stand up for some of the things. You should stand up for toxicity, but we don't. I know so many people who are stuck in the toxic environment for many, many years. That is because they feel there is no way out. They feel that um, you know I can't get away with this. This is my life. I have seen my parents like this, and this is how I know how to act, and this is the norm. This is how people act. So it is me, who is not able to handle these things. It is me who is facing these problems. It is me who is reacting. So all the other people around, all are doing all right, doing appropriate things. I am the one who is not. So you criticize yourself. Also, if if you saw in your childhood any kind of abuses, if you saw in your childhood any kind of toxicity or violence, to touch a few things. So what happens then? You attract chaos in your life as an adult, and these people also perform really well in their career, under pressure. They become leaders, but internally they feel disconnected at home, disconnected from their family. I mean, they are there with the family members, they are there but not physically there, but not mentally present, just fulfilling their duties and responsibilities, and not feeling happy with the success they have got, they have earned with so much hard work. So with success, with career, good career, flourishing career, comes money. So money is there, but at the same time you also feel not satisfied with that money as well. You feel, even after earning so much, no, this is not enough. So I'm not against saving money or that hunger for success, This is all good. But at the same time, in some point of time, you have to be content with what you have and then work towards your future goals. But nowadays, we are only racing. If you achieve one milestone, you think about the next one. You are not celebrating the milestone you achieved. You are not celebrating that success with your family because you don't have time for your family. And even if you have time, your mind is there on the next milestone or the next work. You are not able to live the life which is beautiful, which has been given to you. We don't do that. Okay. I hope this resonates. And I would like to ask all of you, if you can at least write in the chat box, how was your childhood? How was it? Who did you have to become to feel accepted while growing up? What did you have to do as a child to feel valued? What is it that you went through? Only then you will realize what is happening today in your career, in your relationship, in your health. That's good. Anybody else? So if I can ask, sir, so you had all the freedom in your childhood. So do you enjoy this freedom now also? Good. Anyone else would like to share? If you feel it's too sensitive, then it's all right. Controlled by your father. Yeah, and you felt you are not good enough. You felt that if you maybe study more, if you take extra classes, or if you listen to your parents, you will get good marks and get their attention. And I'm sure some things must be getting repeated now also. Even ma'am, Poonam ma'am, I am sure I'm not getting too personal, but we can definitely talk later on. But I am 100% sure you feel these things now also. We when we live in controlled environment, either we become a rebel kid, rebellious. We are always looking for our freedom. We want to achieve something. These are the students who feel that once I turn 18, I'll go out and I'll move out. So I'll be moving out of this jail, this cage, and do something on my own and will not return back. Also, a lot of things happen in the relationship because of this. Definitely a career. Okay. Let me move on then. Okay. So the childhood traumas I was speaking about, what happens because of that? You feel this emotional fatigue. You are not able to switch off. Like we were speaking earlier, You are always thinking, overthinking about your office or your work or what are you into. You're not able to, cut those things and go out and live your life. You're not able to, stop overthinking. You are not able to, delegate or not be someone who is always doing anything so that my boss will give me this approval or validate me. That is also because we don't love ourselves. That is also because we are living a life for others, not for ourselves. It's only we are doing everything so that we can please others. And this stress, uh, you know, this stress sits inside our body and turns into health issues. And of course, you have unexplained anger. You cannot explain why you are angry. You cannot explain why you are feeling lonely. You cannot explain why you are feeling low suddenly. You don't have answers to that. You just feel like you are irritated and frustrated, and either that frustration comes out in into your juniors, sometimes your colleagues, and definitely when you get home to your children or your spouses, because you feel these are the people who will judge you, but somewhat less than your bosses. So hence you take out all your frustration there. Okay. Now I'll be, I want. Okay. Can you not put in the charger, sir? Anyways, it's all right. Okay. So I would like to help you, when you are in the stressful situation, or how you can get out of these situations. Of course, I'm not talking about deep healing here, or, I am someone who wants to help you with your root causes, wants to help you eradicate those, heal those, so that you can live life beautifully. But at least for now, I want you to get something, some tips which you can implement in your life. Okay. So number one is we take our breath for granted. So we don't consider breath work as something as important. We don't do that. General people. Okay. So if you are in a stressful situation, if you are not able to cut off. Okay, sir. Okay. Sure. You can go through the recording if you are not able to. Yeah. So if you are in a stressful situation, or if you feel that you are not able to cut off, then I'll suggest taking a deep breath in and out. It's a very easy thing to do. We are doing anyways. And counting it, like an inhale and exhale is one count. So start counting till 20. If you can switch on the cameras, I can make you all do it along with me in a guided manner. Or I'll teach myself, whatever you people suggest.
I think some of them might be traveling at the moment. Or,
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. That's okay. Let's do it with you one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want you to close your eyes and let the thoughts come. It's all right. Don't worry about that. Whatever is coming into your mind. Just take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Count at 1. I want you to count till 20. It's all right. You all can come back. It cannot be 20 just now. How was the experience? Your mind was into that counting. You wanted to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Your mind was there. So, because now we are short of time, hence I am not taking the whole session. But otherwise, even if you are in stress, if you start counting your breath, this inhale and exhale, you will immediately come out of it. If your hands are shivering, if you are, many of my clients I know face panic attacks, anxiety attacks, stage fear, nervousness while presenting, nervousness in boardrooms, in meetings. So number one is your breath. Counting of your breath takes your anxiety, makes your anxiety, intensity of your anxiety, reduces it. Next, I want to, start practicing it every day if it is possible. Just put your feet on ground, feel the touch with Mother Earth, and think that all your negativity, all your problems, all the issues you are facing, all your doubts, that am I good enough? Am I doing the right way? Am I performing well? All your doubts. If you can feel that there are roots coming out of your feet and going deep inside the Mother Earth, then that is a, quick shortcut, quick way of getting out of stress, of handling stress. Also, when you are going out or when you are about to do something big, if you can think of a bubble around you, a positive bubble where only positivity can enter and negative thoughts or negative feelings cannot enter. These are very simple things, yet very, very powerful and effective. If you do it with faith, with complete surrender, this will really make changes. And I'll suggest everyone to give it a try for 21 days. I bet you after 21 days, you will see a change. If you do it with full intensity and faith, your stress will reduce through this. Okay, you'll be able to handle. Also, whenever you see yourself in the mirror, start speaking good about yourself. Start connecting with yourself. At least start saying all is well. Look into your eyes. This is your own inner version. Your eyes are your soul, your subconscious. The more you talk positive to it, the more positive things will happen in your life. So if you want to change your life, transform your life, or even if your life is going good, we can any day make it better. Get more beautiful things in life. So that starts with your inner work, with your inner self. So I'll recommend start looking yourself in the mirror, not for the heck of it and only getting ready. Start getting connected to yourself through the mirror. Also, one more thing, one more tip. When you end your day, scan through the day, the all the positive things and the negative things, and ask yourself, did I was I up to the mark today? Did I give my 100%? Did my best? Just ask yourself. And all the negative things that happen throughout the day, either you can journal it, or you can, there's a WhatsApp mein you button. You can WhatsApp it to yourself, all the negative things, and delete it after writing. You are surrendering to the universe. You are giving away all the negative things of the day so that you can start afresh every day with no negative thoughts in mind. Okay. So these are the small tips which I feel will really benefit you if you can implement. And also, I'll again reiterate that leadership is not just about managing your work, managing your meetings, managing your staff. It is also about managing your internal state, your what is going on inside your body, inside your mind. So first of all, we need to be aware what is happening, and how with small steps, small actions, you are making long term changes. um, this is all from my side. Thank you so much for giving me your valuable time and listening to me. I hope it was of some sense, some meaning to you. uh, I'm all open for question and answers if you want to ask anything. Sure, sure. Thank you, Poonam ma'am. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, it's a very practical session. It is very good actually. It's very much
Thank
true.
you so much. Thank you so much. You felt, sir, felt so. I would really, really like everyone to please follow these small steps and see a beautiful life coming your way.
Thank you so
Right.
much, Pallavi.
Thank
So
you.
just one thing, I don't know, I think I have missed or that, how to just control the overthink. Through the tips you given that it would be control the overthinking.
Okay. So the tips I gave you, sir, these are small tips to handle your stress, to handle your overthinking, which your intensity of overthinking will get reduced from this. But definitely, I'll suggest to work on your inner self, to eradicate your childhood wounds, or not childhood wounds, your years of suppressing your emotions. We need to, clean. We generally, what we do, in during festivals, we clean our home so that we can attract abundance. That gets applied to our body, our mind, our day-to-day life as well. So we need inner work, deep work for this. But definitely, thank you so much. These tips will help you in overthinking, especially, sir, for overthinking. This scanning through the day and jotting down your negative points and deleting it, like surrendering to the universe, that is going to help you. Really, really. At
Thank you.
least that has helped many of my clients.
Thank
Yeah. Anybody else would like to share their inputs or have any questions?
Thank you, Sandeep sir.
Yeah. I think, Pallavi, the session was really insightful and you covered it really well and touched upon different aspects which many of us might not have even thought about. And like you mentioned, awareness is the first step. And I'm hopeful that this session will kindle the thought of that awareness, and people will become aware about things, and they will start, instead of overthinking or just reacting, they will just try to find the root cause and work upon it and get some benefit out of it. So thank you very much for your valuable time, insights, and very helpful session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I hope I was able to create some awareness today
Yeah,
that
definitely.
we don't have to only work on the surface level. We have to go deep if we want to attract abundance in our life.
Sure. I will tag her coordinates in the post that we will post-session post that we will put across. If anybody wants to reach out to Pallavi, can join her from there. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.